What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to be doing a reading today for, it's called a Who Is This reading, and it goes over how this person thinks about you, how this person feels about you, the action and the advice. I'm going to be doing it for all the fire signs, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hope everyone is doing well. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out the About section of the channel for more information. So off top we have the Two of Wands. Are we making a decision to go in a certain direction, needing to make a decision to go in a certain direction, needing to have the confidence in yourself to go in a certain direction? I think that this is someone that's already in your life or at a distance from you, someone that you think about. Obviously, I feel like they think about you. There could have been a couple different people involved in this. Could be why things ended short. So let's see what the energy cards are pulling out here. Some of you guys are dealing with someone who thinks a lot about you, but they also feel like you either keep yourself in a situation that you can't get out of, or you're afraid to leave a certain situation. There's victory here, though. With the first row, we have Thinking Man, the Garden and the Gate, and Attachments. So how does this person think about you? Well, they think about you a lot, actually, but they feel like maybe you're in a place right now where they can't get to you, or you're keeping yourself in a place. There's some type of an attachment here. Whether it's to you, a situation, or maybe they feel like you're still attached to an old situation that you're yet to leave. Keeping yourself in a closed space when you don't really necessarily need to. Someone feels like you left them. Someone feels like they still have these feelings and emotions for you. But someone might work a lot. Someone might want to work on this. Someone doesn't really want to let this go is kind of how I see it. I see movement forward, but it's going to be contingent upon someone making a decision, like a final decision about what they want. Because for how they feel, it's like you make them really happy. Some of you guys might put your head down and work a lot and not say a lot about how you feel. This person feels like you've never really expressed your emotions to them. You kind of are all about getting your money up, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you know, if you're working all the time and not telling people how you feel, then it kind of becomes a problem. Someone feels like they've put a lot of time and effort into this, or you have. They've kind of been waiting for you, in a sense, to move this forward, or waiting for this to work out. I think that someone just needs to have more confidence in themselves in the situation, because someone's dealing with a lot of shit that they're carrying, and it even could be past things. I mean, if this is someone that you've dealt with in the past, or was like kind of on the side, or whatever the case may be, I'm not calling y'all out, but the advice is to know that this is something that's probably being guided back together. You know, someone who doesn't want to fight about things anymore. If there was a fight in the past, they don't want to fight about it anymore. They want you guys to get out of that energy. The Tower. This is like something unexpected. I think that someone expected this to go in a certain direction, and it didn't, and it was kind of a shock for both of you guys, where it was like, emotions were kind of offered. It was kind of like the build up to something really big, but then it just didn't end up getting off the ground. I think that whoever has a lot of anxiety about this, thinks of abundance and emotional fulfillment in terms of money in a way. So you guys could be dealing with an earth sign, because I see a lot of signs when it has to do with money. I see a lot of stress when it has to do with money. I see a lot of things where, someone thought this could be a certain thing and it didn't end up going in that direction for whatever reason. This person feels like you left them out of something, when in reality maybe someone didn't really tell you how they felt about you either, because they kept their emotions to themselves. I think that this person needed to make a decision, did make a decision, but at the same time, something is going to be ending with someone. So if there's a situation where we're still messing around with baby mama or someone like that, I feel like there's something ending, possibly with another fire sign. But I just feel like someone is going to be unexpectedly kind of bossing up at the end of this, or that's kind of what they want you to do, is to kind of come in with the power of knowing what it is that you want and moving it forward, because someone kind of has to take the lead eventually. I think that the problem was someone didn't feel like they were chosen. Someone didn't feel like you ever made the decision to choose them. Someone felt like this could have been something you guys built off of, but someone acted like they wanted to be single. They could do things on their own, that kind of energy. Maybe someone does want to be on their own, or they did in the past, even though there was something where you guys tried to work this out, it was just something that just never got off the ground. It was like no time or effort. Maybe they felt like you didn't put any time and effort into this for whatever reason. And I think that this is about kind of rising above all the mixed feelings and whatever else, like all of the stuff that wasn't said, all the confusion, all the mind tricks or whatever. I think someone just kind of overthinks everything because of the stress they have on their back. I think that this person is very wise that you're dealing with, but they also might come off unemotional at times, because they're used to doing things and working on things maybe in a slow manner, maybe in a different way. Maybe their idea and your idea of building a foundation and expressing emotion is a different love language. And there's 5 different love languages. Google it. Most people aren't on the same way. Not everyone shows love in the same way. Some people would be the ones that would provide for you. Some people would be the one that would always show up and be in your corner no matter what. Some people would verbalize it. Some people don't verbalize it. It just kind of depends on what kind of person they are. And I think that in order for this to come together for some of you, someone did need to leave a situation. It could be a marriage. It could be leaving a relationship. Because really what this person and the advice is to come in like in a stable manner, to build this, to take it slow, maybe build on a solid ground. Your business is going to be coming off the ground really well. This person definitely is your soulmate, the one you have a lot of memories with, this fantasy energy, but at the same time being emotionally satisfied when it comes when it comes to emotions as well as finances. And I think that's kind of what will bring this together for some of you guys, because I do see victory. That's what it's saying, and some things blossoming really well, especially when it comes to business. Some of you guys might not feel that you're successful enough to come forward. Maybe you feel like there's some other outside energy. You have playfulness, finances, and career. Love yourself first. Chemistry. It's hard for some of you guys to trust other people because you have thought that you were in love in the past when really it was just sex. Kind of like passion, not really love. Love and lust is a fine line. So when someone starts to flirt with you or you start to have this energy, I think it's just like, oh shit, you put your head down and you want to just go back to work and get your stuff done and like build yourself up in that way, because that's all you really know how to do at the end of the day. Some of you guys, that's what your version of getting your life together would be: to make a lot of money, to be the provider, to put your head down. Sometimes it's an excuse to not deal with emotions. We kind of run from them. We'll put everything into a job. But at the same time, if you want this to work with this person, you need to kind of put the spice back in it a little bit and not just make it all about your job. You know, they miss having those times where you guys could laugh about stuff and have a good time. Putting some time and effort into this to make it whole again, instead of, you know, coming off as you're only about yourself, when in reality it's more about you don't know how to talk or deal with emotions at times. It's not that you don't, but I think some of you guys prefer to do it on your own. This person, maybe things didn't go well in the past, maybe someone is like overthinking this a little bit, but I think that they're, as much as you're thinking about this person, they're thinking about you, and they might be thinking about the same things that maybe didn't go right in the past. But at the same time, if the right foundation is set, the right intentions are set, the right communication is there, and the right time and effort is put into it, I definitely feel like it could come together for some of you guys. So that's all I have for my fire signs. Slow, or I mean fast, isn't it? So, I think what my brain was trying to say, maybe take it slow. I don't know. So your songs are In Vogue, Don't Let Go, and you have Mariah Carey, Fantasy, and you have Back at One by Brian McKnight. And those are all really cute songs. You know what I mean? This might be a message from you, from this person, or vice versa. It'll spark some type of memory in whoever it is that you think about when you listen to those. I feel like is who this message is for, or you'll know when you hear them. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you guys have a good weekend. Bye.